It's playoff time now, and it's time for this whole team to just step up and just show the world, show the NFL that they are serious and make a deep playoff push and win the Super Bowl. Cue the intro.
The city of the dream team, Hakeem, Two-Ring, Beyonce, yeah, me. And I remember hot summer, hot winter. I couldn't fight, so the block made a hot spill.
Hello everybody, Happy New Year, welcome back to 713 Houston Sportcast. I'm your host, Ruben Calvillo, and this Saturday our Houston Texans are playing the Buffalo Bills at NRG at that 3 o'clock spot on ESPN. It is going to be a crazy game in my opinion. The Houston Texans are going to win this game, but let me just show you guys why. When you think about the Buffalo Bills, they are a very good team. I actually really like the Buffalo Bills. They are my second favorite team. I love Josh Allen as a quarterback. I think one day he could be elite, but as of right now, I think the Houston Texans are going to beat them. Why? Because the Buffalo Bills, they have flaws. Josh Allen, as good as he is as a quarterback, he doesn't have a game above 270 yards. He only has 1 3-touchdown game. The only thing that really makes him dynamic is that he could absolutely run the football. And he's shown that he has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, almost 500 yards rushing. He is very shifty, very fast, deceptively fast. And he could move the chains if he needs to. So it's going to be a real challenge for the Houston Texans linebackers and defensive backs to stop him. His running game is okay. David Singletary, he does have very young running back. He does have almost 800 yards on the season, along with veteran Frank Gore, who's been in the league almost more than I've been alive. He has had 500 yards rushing this season. As well as Josh Allen, he has 500 yards. So pretty much, if you pretty much stop this, the Buffalo Bills rushing attack, then you have a good chance of winning this game. Like I said, because Josh Allen, he's not that gifted throwing yet. One day he will be. His wide receivers are very good. John Brown, who came up for the Ravens, he was an absolute steal for them. He has 1,000 yards over the season, 6 touchdowns on the year. He is very good. He's very fast, and that is going to be a good matchup against Bradley Roby, who I think is going to go, who I know actually is going to be lined up against him the entire game. They also have very good slot corner Cole Beasley, who I actually wanted the Houston Texans to pick up over Kiki Kuti, but Cole Beasley is doing great things. 800 yards on the season, and he is a game breaker. He is an X factor for for these Buffalo Bills. Why? Because if he gets going, he is one of those players going. The whole team gets emotional. The whole team gets motivated, and because he's the smallest guy out there, and he gives a lot of heart, and that's what the other players love. But besides those guys, the Buffalo Bills don't really have that much offensive weapon. But this Buffalo's offense is not, what wins them games. What wins them games is their defense. Their defense is absolute level, led by corner, all-pro corner, maybe one of the best cornerbacks in the league, Tre'Davious White, who hasn't allowed a touchdown all season, going along with Micah Hyde, Poyer. They have another great corner. Kevin Johnson is going to be playing against this game. They have very good linebackers. Lorenzo Alexander, Tremaine Edwards, the defensive line is absolutely legit. Ed Oliver, who played for the University of Houston, is going to be here and is going to look, to ruin the Texans' day. This defense is absolutely legit. If this defense wasn't as good as it was, the Buffalo Bills wouldn't be in the playoffs. But they have tacklers, they have pass rushers, they have a very good secondary. And, scoring against the defense is going to be hard, but it's not entirely impossible. And here's why I say that. Against good quarterbacks, the Buffalo Bills are 1-5. They lost twice to Brady. They lost to Baker Mayfield. They lost to Carson Wentz. They lost to Lamar Jackson. And their only win came against Dak Prescott. With J.J. Watt coming back, that is going to help this defense just astronomically. Why? When he was on the field, we did not allow a rusher for more than 100 yards. Once he left, we were allowing almost 166 yards of rushing. And as we know, the Buffalo Bills, they like to run the football. Hey, they have Singletary 800 yards, Josh Allen 500 yards, Frank Gore 500 yards. And if you stop that rushing attack and make them throw, you are going to have a very good day. Why? Because Josh Allen, he has 9 interceptions on the year. He's very frantic in the pocket. He has 14 fumbles on the season. He's only lost 4, which is very lucky. But, making him throw is what you want for this Houston Texans team. Why? You have a very good secondary. Bradley Roby has been an absolute stud when healthy. Garyon Conley, who since he's been here has been a shutdown corner. Vernon Hargreaves, Justin Reed back there as a safety. And actually, Tashawn Gibson just got put on the IR. So who knows, maybe Lonnie Johnson's back there at safety. I really hope so. I think he's going to be the next very good safety for the Houston Texans. But if the defense does that, the Houston Texans defense does that and make the Buffalo Bills throw, you're absolutely going to win this game. Why? Because adding J.J. Watt is just very special. J.J. Watt, one of the most transcendent players in the league this last decade. He's just, he's a leader. And like I said with the Buffalo Bills, with Cole Beasley, he's the heart of that team. J.J. Watt is not only the heart of this team, he is the heart of this city. Here's why I say that. J.J. Watt doesn't really need to do anything this game. All he needs to do is run out that tunnel, and the Houston city is going to come alive. Why? Because he has been such a good player, such a great human being. And this Houston Texans defense around J.J. Watt is absolutely scary for this, for this playoff push. This is giving me Ray Lewis vibes. He told him this was going to be his last ride, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. At practice, Laremy Tunsil was reported that J.J. Watt gave a speech during practice, and he gave him chills. And that is what a leader does. Like I said, he owns Houston for right now until Deshaun takes that mantle. But this game is pretty much on the defense, because our strength is the offense. Their strength is the defense. And, this offense needs to get going. Will Fuller probably won't play this game, which is okay, right? Because you could score against this Buffalo defense. It's just going to be much harder. And, primetime Watson, I think he's going to come out. I think he has a bad taste in his mouth from last season, only scoring 7 points against Indianapolis Colts. I think Hopkins wants it. This team is very different. The Buffalo Bills said that they looked at their game last season and expect the same things. But that's different. We have an offensive line now. We have a top 10 rusher. This offense is going to be scary. This offense is going to go off. I have a feeling. I woke up today, like Baker Mayfield said, I woke up today feeling dangerous. I think this Houston Texans team is going to win big, 35-10, and it's going to shock the NFL. And it's really going to give a boost to Bill O'Brien. Why? Because Bill O'Brien's one playoff game, the one game that he won was against a third-string quarterback. He doesn't have a signature playoff win, and what better way to get it now against a very good defense like the Buffalo Bills and move on, and hopefully that Tennessee wins, and then you go to Kansas City, where you could definitely beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. So I have the Houston Texans winning 35-10. As always, guys, let me know what you guys think. What is going to be the score? Who is going to win? Am I not giving the Buffalo Bills a lot of credit? As always, go Texans. Let's win this wild card game. Let's go to the division round. You guys have a blessed day.